All right, guys. Back with the Rel Chapters podcast. Doing this on the YouTube live today. If you guys want to go ahead and if you look down at the chat box, there's a little dollar sign right there. If you want to go ahead and donate to the show, give a contribution, we'd appreciate it. But we also will, whoever donates, we will grab any of your social media handles that you want. You could just put it in the chat box what your social media handle is that you want us to promote. But we'll post it. We'll post it on the YouTube, on our community post, and then we'll put them on the stories of our Instagram and things like that. And if you're a YouTube if you have a YouTube channel, we'll tell people to come subscribe to your channel. So give us a little super chat with that dollar sign icon, and then we'll promote your pages as well. But today I just want to talk about sports as a lifestyle. That's simple. For me, I think nowadays everyone feels like they need to be some amazing athlete or Division I player or whatever. And I just think being involved in sports, waking up every day and having a workout plan, a regiment to work on your body or work on skills of something or play a physical game or round, whatever it is, whatever the sport may be. I think that right there, that's happiness. Like to feel like an athlete, to wake up every day and feel like you're a professional athlete, even if you got to work a job or go to school or you're not even on a basketball team or whatever, you can still play basketball. You can still work out. You can still have a schedule. Of course, it's not going to be maybe what you want it to be or what you would have hoped, but waking up and every day with a discipline and routine and schedule and goal, regardless what there are. Some people may laugh at your goals, but to hit your goal, whatever it is. If you're just a YMCA player, if you're 55 years old and you play basketball every Tuesday and Thursday at the Y or the rec center, and you got a goal to, I don't know, score a certain amount of points or have everyone look at you as the best defender or something, whatever the goal is, just having a goal and waking up every day and trying to achieve it as an athlete with a real path of how to do that, that's a win. That is happiness. No one can tell you you're not a professional athlete if you do your sport every day, work at it every day, and have a regimented schedule pertaining to your sport every day. How are you not a professional? Maybe you make some money off of it, maybe you don't. Maybe you get in leagues where you can win money. Maybe you're a golfer. Maybe you're a golfer and you play for $5 with your buddies every week, or you're in different leagues. You can't tell me you don't feel like a professional. At the end of the day, it's not what other people think about it. It got to be what you think about it, what makes you happy. So I would like to try to figure out more ways to paint narratives around sports as a lifestyle, living like a professional athlete. If that's what makes you happy. I know it makes me happy. I know when I was a kid, obviously it's definitely loses a little luster as you get older when you realize, okay, I'm not going to the NBA. I'm not playing Division I basketball. I'm not going to make it on the PGA Tour or whatever it is. And not to say that, you still can't achieve great things like that as you get older. But I'm just saying, if the time comes where, hey, you're now 30 years old and, college basketball is over for you and you didn't get to the NBA, again, even that's not out of reach. People have done it, but if we know that the time is over for you, it's okay. You can still get up and feel like you're doing something. Feel like you're still on a journey. I know the journey is definitely watered down. It's hard to have the same motivation at 30 that you did when you were 13, when you were still a dumb-minded kid thinking that you could go to the NFL or something, right? But I know when I was a kid, that's all I did every single day. I went to school. Obviously, I had to go to school, but every day to me, it was like another day of being a professional athlete. Doing my workouts came before doing my schoolwork. Maybe that's not for you. Maybe maybe that's not the way you live your life. But for me, that's what it was. Whether it's schoolwork, even if you got to do your schoolwork first or however you look at it, having to get it done. Like it's not an option. I have to work out today. I have to run hills. I have to do my leg workout. I have to do an hour on my shooting, or I have to get to the putting green and spend 2 hours on the putting green. If to regiment like this has to happen, it's just as important as every other thing in my life. There's so much satisfaction in that, especially when you can do it over a long period of time, when you can actually stick to it. Before you know it, it's really not even necessarily a goal you're chasing anymore. It's just a lifestyle. It's just how you live. Some people go to church and they're adamant about going to church or reading the Bible or whatever every night. It's got to become religious to you. It's got to become a religious thing. It's just how you live. It's You basically can't go through a week without doing it. And that is cool, man. That's my whole point in doing this is that is cool. It's just as cool as everything else. Maybe to the rest of society, maybe it's not as cool as you being on the Lakers, but fuck it. As long as it's that cool to you, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Whether it gets likes on an Instagram page or not is irrelevant when it comes to your mental health, where it comes to your physical health, when it comes to you just enjoying life. You know, I've always said, um, Division 3 athletes are usually very good people to make as employees. Um, they make good coaches, usually because a Division 3 athlete usually didn't have what it took physically to make it. You know what I mean? But they willed it so much out of their work ethic and determination that they still made it, or were good enough to be a college athlete and still continue a career when there were other people just as talented as them, if not more talented than them, that they went to high school with, but didn't have the drive and the mental mindset to keep going, to have the career keep going. So those Division 3 athletes, man, they a lot of the times are good examples of kind of like what it should really be about. And so I use that, like a lot of those Division 3 schools. Hey, would you rather go to this Division 3 school that nobody's ever heard of with 500 kids in the school and nothing in the town, but you get to play your sport though? Would you rather go do that, or do you just want to say, no, I'd rather go to, you know, Penn State and just enjoy my time and not play a sport and be around all the hoopla and shit, right? And you gotta really, really love your sport in order to take that Division 3 route in the woods. You gotta really love it, and I think that right there is the happiness. Yeah, if you didn't, yeah, I didn't get to go to Penn State and you know be around all the shit and have everything in my fingertips and have no, I didn't get to do that. To you, that's cool. Maybe to most of the world, that's cooler than going to a school no one's ever heard of. But to me, myself, to you, yourself, doesn't matter. This is cooler. Going over here and doing my thing. And if you have that mindset, it's easy to kind of get away from that mindset. As society can influence you, especially if you're someone heavy on social media, or you're someone who's struggling to come up with your own way and find your own way, and you let a lot of outside influence get to you, it can be very, very hard to stick with that. But I'm somebody who's trying to preach that is just as cool. You should continue to view that in a high light. You should still view your little YMCA game as the fucking NBA championship. In your mind, it should feel like that. Go buy all your gear, take your time, take it serious, clear your schedule, tell people you can't do shit because you got to prepare. Do it, man. It's you only live once. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just stay happy and excited about what you're doing. In sports, for me personally, has always been that. I love basketball. I love tennis. I love golf. Um, those three things. I love other things too. I love working out. I love boxing. But the activities in general, like I'm not a pro at any of those things, right? I don't make a living off of any of those things. Technically, I make a living off of basketball, running my business and my academy. But as far as being a player, I don't make a living at any of those things. But I still live it though. I do those things every day, every week. Um, that's never going away. And I still basically walk around every day in my body feeling like an athlete. I feel like a professional athlete because I basically have the regimen of one, or something similar. You know what I mean? And that keeps me happy, keeps me hungry, keeps me motivated. I have little mini goals for all of those sports, and whether I hit them or not is I mean, I sure want to, but even if I don't, I'm still gonna love trying, and I'm still gonna love this process, and that's cool. It's cool for me. I want it to be cool for you and other people out there because it's just, in my opinion, it's a great way to live. Let me know what you think. Let me know what sports you guys play, and if I want to hear from people who are not on teams or people who are old like me and didn't make it. I want to hear what you guys do. I want to hear how you go about your shit, how you feel like a professional athlete, or how you keep your regimen. How do you balance, work life, family life, and your sports life? How do you balance all that? How do you get enough out of it? It's definitely challenging. Everybody's situation is different. But let me know in the comments how you guys go about that. Relacademy.com for any and all things Rel. Subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and like the videos. Leave your feedback. Like I said, that's kind of how, for those who don't know, that's how YouTube pushes this stuff to other people. So if you find any of our content substantial or valuable, give some feedback to us so they push it to other people. Again, anyone down in that chat box, if you can hit that little $sign and donate to the channel, we're going to give you a shout out on our social media platforms for people to come follow or subscribe to your social media platforms. Thanks, though. Hope you guys get something out of it.